So, David, what did you think of the meeting?
Yeah, we just got out of the central tennis pickleball community meeting, and there were quite a few people there, probably like 100, maybe a little less than 100, but quite a few. About 25, 26 people gave public comment, and I was kind of surprised because it felt like most of the takes were relatively reasonable, and it seems like people are generally on the same page when it comes to their sentiment about the proposal.
Yeah, and I hear a lot of complaining about, hey, city is doing this, that, and like they're evil or something, but they're like making like whoever the two people, I forget their name, right? Who are taking charge of the meeting, they're recording notes. They're like making all the effort. So I do wanna like appreciate their effort. It is their job,
Yeah, they're public servants. It's their job to do that.
but
Uh,
they are still like they're taking it seriously.
yeah, they're not dumb and they're not evil. Yeah, so
Yeah.
um,
And a few common themes that were there. The noise. I I don't know too much in the world. Like that was more new to me. How many people talked about the noise, and pickleball courts need to be in. There extra consideration needed for those, and just like the amount of how people are upset about our pickleball courts being taken away. Uh, Pickleball is good for everyone. It is a public good, same as tennis. I was really appreciative of the person who sort of said that, well, tennis courts are also feel like they're being taken away.
yep,
Yeah, that was Christina, right?
yeah,
The tennis
Christine
coach, and
Fox.
there was one more person. I forget her name.
Amy.
Me? Yeah, yeah. Who also brought up some good points. Yeah. So obviously, more capacity is the right thing to do. There's a person who said, yes, City has a huge, huge budget. These sports are growing, more widely adopted. It is a public good. So there needs to be proper allocation of resources into that. We heard from the guy from Seattle Metro where there's money being wasted on
Studies.
studies, and I'm not gonna say studies are like just like all bad and like shouldn't do that, but there is efficiency, and whatever 3 million gets allocated, 1 million goes for studies, but then nothing comes out of it. That's dubious.
Yep.
That's that's problematic, right?
Drain the swamp.
Yeah. So I don't know. More transparency, I guess, from the city would be better. Like, okay, you have the study, you post that result on the Seattle outdoor pickleball, like, hey, this is a fail, like this is what's happened, right? So people are just angry. There's not enough to share.
Yeah. It was good to get representation from different groups because there are people who were speaking who lives in West Seattle or Magnolia or South Seattle, and like there are certain parts of the city that I don't know about as much, and it was good to hear firsthand what their experience is like and how like some people don't have cars, right? So the locations chosen for some of these um, changes do affect people in really tangible ways because like now they'll have to drive, take the bus to where they can play, and like I don't know if that was taken into consideration when they first came up with these locations.
Yeah. I heard a lot of complaints about Rainier Playfield.
Rainier Beach,
Rainier
yeah,
Beach. I think in general, like I don't love dual stripe. I don't like it. It's not great. But at the same time, I don't think there should be a problem with if a court is empty. Pickleball players right now don't have the courts that they should not be able to play there. That's why I think what I pretty much talked about is like clarity and structure, right? If there are preference hours, you don't have so much conflict. Let me put it this way: if you take it away from them, they're gonna break the rules anyway,
yep,
right? So why not have more structured ways of sharing? I don't know.
yeah. Dual use, I feel like should be kind of like a last resort. Dedicated courts as pickleball, that's going to be where you spend most of your time.
Yeah,
And if that is not available or not an option, then you find a dual use court, right?
yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's not the ideal for anyone, but it works to an extent.
Yeah, it is an existing stopgap,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah, that's it.
There is one more meeting in this series happening this coming Saturday at Van Asselt, covering the South. part of the city, although anyone can go. Um, Not sure if I'm gonna go. I might, but I feel it's gonna be very similar to what we experienced tonight. Um, and I've already said what I need to say, and it sounds like from what we heard tonight, there wasn't a lot of like polarizing viewpoints of people like blatantly disagreeing with each other. So
Well, didn't they say no, no, no? I wouldn't necessarily. The first few speakers were just like, "Oh, all of those courts that are dual line should be pickleball only," and I'm like, I did not clap for that.
right,
I did not clap for that. That's like you're completely taking away tennis courts. Like that's poor treat. Like that's wrong.
yeah. But overall, I feel like people kind of understood
Oh yeah.
what was going on, you know? So if that's the general sentiment, then that's good.
Hmm.
But we're not really left with any meaningful way moving forward. So it's all up to the city.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the city employees are making a lot of effort. I think whatever top leadership management is, or I don't know, there's maybe that's the issue. I couldn't say.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say that the plan does get changed a little bit, but not to the level that people want. And we're not like a year from now, we're not going to be happy still. So there's only so much we can do, but this is civic engagement, right? So people showed up, people expressed their opinions on things they cared about. So in a democratic society, that's about all we can do.
Yeah, man, I don't like that. I don't think that was a proper representation of demographic.
It wasn't. Most people there were elderly. Well, not okay.
Mhm.
They were older, maybe like around 50, 60, but there were some young people too. Not very many of them, but
Very few,
yeah, Rishi is probably the youngest person there. But
maybe.
at least they did show up.
Well, probably the youngest one is the college student.
Right, but she
She
didn't.
was she was just take like she wasn't a part of the.
Yeah, but I think yeah, pickleball is diverse, right? But who
Mhm.
the people who are there represent like the core of the pickleball community. Um, so in a sense, I think it is kind of representative of people who are the most um, passionate about this.
Mhm.
And I think there are people who were at Bitter Lake who weren't there tonight, and then same for Van Asselt that's coming up. But yeah, that's pretty much the summary of the event. If you're listening to this and it's not Saturday, see if you can make it to Saturday. And then after that, unknown. We don't know what's going to happen next. Just good to get involved. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to let us know. Thanks and see you next time.